Hello guys and welcome to Gaming News with Jake. Here you'll find all the gaming news by me. Probably. Now I know what you're thinking, you're probably looking at this and being like, whoa! Jake, is that a new t-shirt? And well no it's not, but I haven't actually worn it much, so it's still quite new I suppose. I've only had it for like a month or so, but it's an Overwatch t-shirt, it's really cool. And speaking of Overwatch, I've actually got some Overwatch news that is very exciting. A new map has been revealed. It's called Ekenvader or something like that. It's some German. I probably butchered that. It's some German. Wait, how do I pronounce this?
Ekenvader. Ekenvader.
Okay, it's apparently that's how you pronounce it according to Google Translate.
Ekenvader.
So it's Ekenvader. If that's still wrong, then blame Google Translate. But man, the map looks awesome. I actually cannot wait until it comes out. It comes out in September sometime. They didn't actually give a release date for it. They just said arriving in September. So maybe they might actually mean that it's like arriving on the 1st of September. I don't know, but the map is a castle based in Germany. And apparently it's where Bastion comes from. Because apparently with Bastion's story, they did some like war with some guys in German or something. Like they tried to overtake this castle and they lost or something along those lines. But yeah, that's pretty much what this map is based about. Oh man, it looks awesome. I actually cannot wait. Like, if you haven't seen it already, you should definitely go watch like the flyover video of this map. It looks amazing. It's a payload escort map, and the payload is a battering ram. So when it reaches like certain parts of the map, it like smashes through the castle doors and stuff, and there's drawbridges and stuff like that. Oh man, it looks, it's just awesome. Definitely go check it out if you haven't already seen it. But man, I cannot wait until September. Oh, it's looking like a great map. Oh man. Final Fantasy 15 has been delayed to the 29th of November 2016 now. It was meant to come out in September, but it has been delayed by another couple months now. But in all honesty, like, if they need more time, I say give it to them. Like, I'll rather have a finished, polished game than a rushed one. And like, you can't win when it comes to the gaming community. Like, you really can't win. Like, for example, if you was to release a game which wasn't working, had glitches, was crashing here and there, people will fucking lose their shit. But if you delay a game to actually fix problems and stuff, people will lose their shit. Like, you can't win, and like, in all honesty, like, I'm glad that they're delaying it. If they feel like they need more time to really make it the game they want it to be, go ahead. You take all the time you want. I'd rather have a finished game than a broken one, which most game companies do nowadays. Like, they release broken shit and expect like a day one patch, which doesn't even fix anything anyway. So, and all respect to him, like, he did this like on a camera. It was him, he was explaining this, and like, that takes a lot of balls to do, because this game has been delayed like multiple times already. So yeah, it's like, all respect to him. Like, I really do hope Final Fantasy 15 turns out to be an awesome game. Like, it looks awesome. So I hope it is awesome. It's definitely a game I am interested in, even, I can't speak. But I hope it does turn out good. And even bigger balls to this guy, they actually made the master version. This is what they call it at their, like, I don't know, business terms, I suppose. The master version is pretty much like the actual disced version. Like, they've actually got a physical disc of the game, and it's finished and stuff. And they were playing it and stuff, and they were just like, something's not right here. Something just doesn't feel right here and there. So you know what? We'll make like a day one patch, which will add all this stuff what we want to add in, for people to just update as soon as they put in the game in their console. But then they thought, But wait, people who don't have an internet connection won't be able to do a day one patch, meaning that all this added content, what we want to put in, and all these added features, they won't be able to get unless they get an internet connection on their console. And so, all respect and balls to this guy, he was just like, fuck that, I want to actually put this in the game then. Like, I'm not making this a day one update where you need internet connection. I want to actually put this in the game. And so, yeah, he's delayed it by 2 months so he can add all this content in on the actual disc itself, instead of just like a internet connection update, as most games do nowadays. But, yeah, I hope it turns out great. All the best and luck to him and the team at Square Enix. So, do me proud. Rocket League is getting a new game mode called Rumble Mode, I believe it's called, and that's coming out in September. It's a very interesting take on Rocket League. You get power-ups, like, you know, you collect, it's like Mario Kart, you know, when you collect like a box and you get like a random power-up. Well, you do that in Rocket League now, so you can get like tornadoes, you can get like grappling hooks and stuff like that, and yeah, it's just a different approach on Rocket League, so we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully it's good. But yeah, that's about it on the new game mode for Rocket League, and again, that comes out in September sometime. Persona 5 finally has a release date here in Europe. It's coming out the same date as the Western release on the 14th of February, so that's a nice little romantic gift if you have that little partner of yours, and you know, you can get them some Persona 5 loving going in there. But yeah, this is like really big news for like us Europeans and stuff. That's kind of ironic coming from me, since I'm Britain, since like, you know, we voted to leave Europe, but fuck it, that's politics. I don't deal with politics, this is gaming shit. But yes, this is big news, as the Atlas company who deal with like European like releases over here, they went bankrupt, and it was very quiet. Like, people were like, what does that mean? Are we ever going to get Atlas games over here now? Like update us, what's going on? And they were just like really quiet about it. Like, I wouldn't say they were hush hush, but they were just like, yeah, we're trying to sort things out. And that was like the last thing we heard. So, as you can imagine, people who were really excited about Persona 5, including myself, were like, are we going to get Persona 5 over here? Like, please? So yeah, this is huge news that Atlas have somehow like localized it over here in Europe, with the like the bankruptcy on that side of things. So yeah, this is huge news, and yeah, I'm happy that Persona 5 is coming over here. I don't know what that means for future releases of Atlas games. Like, did they make some sort of an exception for Persona 5 just because it was already in the works or something? So I don't know. I don't know what that means for the future of Atlas when it comes to localizing their games over here, but we are getting Persona 5, so that's good news at least. Telltale Games is teasing a possible Mr. Robot game. If you don't know what Mr. Robot is, it's a TV season, what's on Amazon Prime. It's an Amazon Prime exclusive, which is, it's kind of weird, like, hearing that, because it's normally like a Netflix exclusive or something. But yeah, Telltale's was like teasing some stuff on their Twitter page and like linking up to Mr. Robot and stuff like that. So we could get a Mr. Robot game. I don't know if I'll be interested in that, just because I have no idea what Mr. Robot is. I've heard that Mr. Robot, it is called Mr. Robot, isn't it? Because that just sounds like really dumb. I'm not being funny, but yeah, I've got it written down. It's called Mr. Robots. God. But on to what I was saying, I don't know if I'll be interested in that, just because I really don't know what Mr. Robot is about, and I haven't really watched it. I've just watched like trailers here and there, what have come up in like YouTube ads and stuff like that, so I don't know if I'll be interested in that. But those who are fans of Mr. Robot, just so you know that Telltale could possibly be making a Mr. Robot game. That's a possibly. We don't know if they just have like some partnership going on. I don't know, like, but Dead Rising 1, 2 and Case West is coming out on September 13th on Xbox One and PS4 as a remastered, polished version, like HD and whatnot, you know, what game companies do nowadays. So it's like 1080p and 60 frames per second. So yeah, I guess they want to get that Dead Rising hype going, because, you know, with Dead Rising 4 coming out, they, you know, want to get more people into it. I guess it's kind of cool, like, if you never played Dead Rising 1, 2 or Case West, I guess it kind of gives you a chance to hop into it at like a really, you know, fast loading times, 1080p, 60 frames per second stuff. So that's kind of nice, and it's pretty cheap. You can get them for £16, I believe, on each game, which is fairly okay, I suppose. Now this comes with all the DLC, so costumes and cosmetics and the, you know, little expansion packs they did here and there. So yeah, that comes with all the DLC with the package as well. So yeah, if you ever wanted to hop into Dead Rising, you never got the chance, well, you now have a chance, so. And that's about all for the gaming news with Jake this time. Gaming news have been, I don't know if I've just been missing a lot of stuff, but it's been quite slow this lately. Like, very slow. So yeah, I apologise that this one did take quite a while to arrive, but like I said, there hadn't really been much news to like report on, or much news to really report on. Like, there has been news here and there, but it's nothing like whoa sort of thing, or, you know. But yeah, that's why this one sort of took a while to come out. But anyway, that's it from me. If you enjoyed, cool, I guess. And I'll see you next time. So, see you later, guys.